Hey everyone, so just a quick update, still no internet, absolutely diabolical with my provider. I phoned them up, I said, what's the deal with the internet? They said there's an engineer working on it, it's a problem at the some junction box or something. Genuinely don't know what's happening. She tried to sell me some sort of premium package. I said, okay, would the premium package get me back online? She said, no, the problem's in the route at the junction box. I said, so how can you guarantee a premium package will be guaranteed internet? She says, well, I can't. I said, well, it's not a premium package, is there? Anyway, guys, so I digress. So lots been happening in the world. There's something brewing in Ukraine at the moment with the water supply. It's non-confirmed at the moment. There's certainly nothing on mainstream media. This is just from my sources on the ground. I'm going to get more about that, and I'm going to do a longer video on that. Remember, guys, this is that's my speculation. For legal reasons, I've got to say I'm speculating and analysing and opinionating. But there is something with the water in Ukraine at the moment. It's either a virus going around or something waterborne. We don't actually know yet. I'm waiting for a doctor to get back to me. Also, there's been an announcement by Donald Trump. He said that, words to the effect of the United States need to get out of Ukraine's war. Guys, what did we keep saying months and months and months ago? The United States are going to leave, they're going to leave the Ukrainians to it. Whether you think that's a bad thing or not, it kind of doesn't matter. It's coming, it's going to happen. With the series of events that have been happening in Lebanon with Israel at the moment, guys, it's really hard to keep up. It looks like the Israelis have really ratcheted up the offensive. What you're looking at the moment is just, mass escalations by the Israelis. Those of you who remember my video when we were talking about the pager attacks, and I said, right, okay, this seems a bit weird because normally something like this would go in on a Friday, or this would be a precursor to a bigger, to a bigger escalation. Because obviously, once you've taken out all the leadership, the communication systems, then, it becomes very difficult for the opposing force to try and, mount a retaliatory strikes. Everything becomes more difficult. And again, guys, as brutal as it sounds, it's a lot more difficult to operate when you've got a hand missing. And, as I understand it, there's been a lot of, even though this was only a small explosive charge, a lot of these people are, they're as good as, they're basically a lot of people, they're picking these pages up and then they're looking at it. So you can imagine what two things, you usually pick things up with your dominant hand. So you can imagine the, just the horribleness of that attack. And then obviously, the day later, there was the walkie-talkie attack, and then the airstrikes began. And these have just been carrying on and on and on. David Lammy's been coming out and he's been giving more support for Ukraine. So has the Defense Secretary. People have been saying things are going to get darker, more difficult choices ahead. We've got the Defense Secretary in the United Kingdom, like we said he would. He's pushing in a big recruitment drive. He's starting this recruitment drive. Guys, the reality is we don't have enough people in our military, and that is the that's the cold truth about it. Now, whether we're going to be looking at a migrant army, whether we're going to be looking at, conscription, we don't know. But what we do know is the first phase of whatever it is has to be a large recruitment drive. And then from that recruitment drive, they will either get the numbers they want or they will not. Guys, I'm going to suspect they will not. The way that the MOD recruitment is being handled at the moment, it's just disgusting. I've got a friend of mine who wants to, his son actually, he tried to join the parachute regiment. They just didn't get back to him. He was there, he was waiting and waiting and waiting. He'd been waiting for 6 months and he'd not heard anything back from them. It's like a civilian company that do it now. And you just can't keep people, you can't keep people waiting like this. What are they supposed to do? Just keep waiting and waiting indefinitely, not getting a job, not doing anything else. Because don't forget, when you get a job somewhere else, it becomes harder to leave them because, you're set, you've got your routine, you might have bills or, promotion on the way. So when people want to join the military, and they turn up to the recruiting office, they should be met by, and this should all be done in-house, guys. My first exposure to the military was in the recruiting office, and that person recruited me, you know, and then I went straight through to the, you know, parachute regiment training. I completed it, and I was in battalion. Guys, while things are happening, internet's not on building the studio. Guys, I'm going to try and get you guys videos as much as I can. Working on my phone's not ideal. Anyway, guys, just quick update. I'm going to back to grid. I'll see you guys later.